Hey guys, welcome back to Virtual Camp. For those of you who may be my new friend, my name is Sydney and this is Storytime with Sydney. In honor of Lights, Camera, Action Week, we are reading one of the coolest books I know. It is called Lilly's Purple Plastic Purse. When I was 5, I knew all the words to this book by heart. Let's see how well I do and how I remember. Let's get started. Lilly loved school. She loved the pointy pencils. She loved the squeaky chalk. And she loved the way her boots went clickety-clickety-click down the long, shiny hallways. Lilly loved the privacy of her very own desk. She loved the fish sticks and chocolate milk every Friday in the lunchroom. And most of all, she loved her teacher, Mr. Slinger. Mr. Slinger was sharp as a tack. He wore artistic shirts. He wore glasses on a chain around his neck, and he wore a different colored tie for each day of the week. Wow, said Lilly. That was just about all she could say. Wow. Instead of greeting students or good morning pupils, Mr. Slinger winked and said, howdy. He thought that desks in rows were old-fashioned and boring. Do you rodents think that you can handle a semicircle? And he always provided the most tasty snacks, things that were curly and crunchy and cheesy. I want to be a teacher when I grow up, said Lilly. Me too, said her friends, Chester and Wilson and Victor. At home, Lilly pretended to be Mr. Slinger. I am the teacher, she told her baby brother, Julius. Listen up! Lilly even wanted her own set of deluxe picture encyclopedias. What's with Lilly? Asked her mother. I thought she wanted to be a surgeon or an ambulance driver or a diva, said her father. It must be because of her new teacher, Mr. Slinger, said her mother. Wow, said her father. That was just about all he could say, was wow. Whenever the students had free time, they were permitted to go to the light bulb lab in the back of the classroom. They expressed their ideas creatively through drawing and writing, and Lilly went often. She had a lot of ideas. She drew pictures of Mr. Slinger, and she wrote stories about him too. During sharing time, Lilly showed her creations to the entire class. Wow, said Mr. Slinger. That was just about all he could say, was wow. When Mr. Slinger had bus duty, Lilly stood in line even though she didn't ride the bus. Lilly raised her hand more than anyone else in the class, even if she didn't know the answer. And she volunteered to stay after school to clap erasers. I want to be a teacher when I grow up, said Lilly. Excellent choice, said Mr. Slinger. On Monday morning, Lilly came to school especially happy. She had gone shopping with Grammy over the weekend. Lilly had a new pair of movie star sunglasses, complete with glittery diamonds and a chain like Mr. Slinger. She had 3 shiny quarters, and best of all, she had a brand new purple plastic purse that played a jaunty tune when it was opened. Now, Lilly wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Slinger. Listen to our story. Lilly had a hard time listening. Lilly really wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Slinger. Let's be considerate of our classmates. Lilly had a hard time being considerate. Lilly really wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Slinger. Wait until recess or sharing time. But Lilly could not wait. The glasses were too glittery. The quarters were so shiny. And the purse played such nice music, not to mention how excellent it was for storing school supplies. Look, Lilly whispered fiercely. Look, everyone, look what I've got. Everyone looked, including Mr. Slinger. He was not amused. I'll just keep your things at my desk until the end of the day, said Mr. Slinger. They'll be safe there, and you can then take them home. Lilly's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. Her glasses were gone, her quarters were gone, her purple plastic purse was gone. Lilly longed for her purse all morning. She was even too sad to eat the snack Mr. Slinger served before recess. That afternoon, Lilly went to the light bulb lab. She was still very sad. She thought and she thought and she thought, and then she became angry. She thought and she thought and she thought some more, and then she became furious. She thought and she thought and she thought a bit longer, and then she drew a picture of Mr. Slinger. Right before the last bell rang, Lilly sneaked the drawing into Mr. Slinger's book bag. When all the students were buttoned and zipped and snapped and tied and ready to go home, Mr. Slinger strolled over to Lilly and gave her purple plastic purse back. "It's a beautiful purse," said Mr. Slinger. "Your quarters are nice and jingly, and those glasses are absolutely fabulous. You may bring them back to school as long as you don't disturb the rest of the class." "I do not want to be a teacher when I grow up," Lilly said as she marched out of the classroom. On her way home, Lilly opened her purse. Her glasses and quarters were inside, and so was a note from Mr. Slinger. It said, "Today was a difficult day. Tomorrow will be better." There was also a small bag of tasty snacks at the bottom of the purse. Lily's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. She felt simply awful. Lilly ran all the way home and told her mother and father everything. Instead of watching her favorite cartoons, Lilly decided to sit in the uncooperative chair. That night, Lilly drew a new picture of Mr. Slinger and wrote a story about him too. Lilly was really, really sorry, so everyone forgave her, even her parents, even her stinky baby brother, even her especially incredible teacher. And then the sun shined its smiley face down on everyone and everything, even the bugs and worms. The end. Lily's mother wrote a note, and Lily's father baked some tasty snacks for Lilly to take to school the next day. "I think Mr. Slinger will understand," said Lily's mother. "I know he will," said Lily's father. The next morning, Lilly got to school early. "These are for you," Lilly said to Mr. Slinger, "because I'm really, 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 really sorry." Mr. Slinger read the story, and he looked at the picture, and he read the note, and he sampled the snacks. "Wow," said Mr. Slinger. That was just about all he could say. Wow. "What do you think we should do with this?" asked Mr. Slinger. "Can we just throw it away?" asked Lilly. "Excellent idea." During sharing time, Lilly demonstrated the many uses and unique qualities of her purple plastic purse, her shiny quarters, and her glittery movie star sunglasses. Then she did a little performance using them as props. "It's called interpretive dance," said Lilly. Mr. Slinger joined in. "Wow," said the entire class. That was just about all they could say, was wow. Throughout the rest of the day, Lily's purse and quarters and sunglasses were tucked safely inside her desk. She peeked at them often, but did not disturb a soul. Right before the last bell rang, Mr. Slinger served Lily snacks to everyone's delight. "What do you want to be when you grow up?" asked Mr. Slinger. "A teacher!" Everyone responded. Lily's response was the loudest. "Excellent choice," said Mr. Slinger. As the pupils filed out of the classroom, Lilly held her purple plastic purse close to her heart. Mr. Slinger was right. It had been a better day. Lilly ran and skipped and hopped and flew all the way home. She was so happy. And she really did want to be a teacher when she grew up. That is, when she didn't want to be a dancer or a surgeon or an ambulance driver or a diva or a pilot or a hairdresser or a scuba diver or anything else she wanted to be. Now, I love this book. I think I remembered a lot of the words. What do you think? Now, I have a really fun activity for us to do that makes us a little bit like Lilly. What I have here is a piece of paper, a pen, and some markers. You can use whatever coloring and drawing tools you want, have at home, you can find. There are no rules, except this one. So what we're gonna do is we are going to draw a picture of our favorite grown-up and us playing with them. It could be any grown-up you know. The only rule is they gotta be your favorite. So I am going to draw my favorite grown-up, and her name is Nana. Now, I am not the best drawer. That's okay. I'm gonna do my best, and then I'm gonna give this picture to my Nana, and hopefully she likes it. What I'm going to do is I'm just gonna draw us playing and reading together. You can draw whatever picture you want. It can be playing outside, it can be playing at home, it can be sitting next to each other, it can be eating dinner, whatever you wanna do. But whatever you do, make sure that you post it on Blooms so that way we can see all of your beautiful pictures and what you're doing in them. All right, so I'm gonna draw my Nana's shirt. It's gonna be purple, because I like that color. And then I'm gonna draw her wearing pants, because she likes to wear those. Give her some shoes. She likes wearing those too. Oh, I drew one foot bigger than the other. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to show that you love them. Some hands, because she got those. Her neck. Her beautiful face. Smiling. And she's got white hair, so I'm gonna all right. Color in shirt. Now, I don't have crayons with me, but one of my favorite ways to color is to draw something in marker and then color it in with crayon. Maybe that's something that you guys could do. Maybe it's not. When you post your pictures on Blooms, make sure you tell us what you colored with so that way we can get ideas and be creative together. Almost done coloring my picture of my Nana. We can speed through this part, like it's, I don't actually care.
When you hold it, just hold it like a few seconds longer in front.
Yep. All right, I'm not gonna draw a picture of myself because you guys can see what I look like. But this is a picture of my Nana. I hope she likes this picture when I give it to her. I'm gonna post it on Blooms too. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. Remember, subscribe to Sunrise Association so you can see when all of our videos get posted. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, friends.
If you're not watching this on the Sunrise Studios app, well, why not? You can download the Sunrise Studios app on your phone or tablet from your app store, and you can watch all of our virtual camp videos the moment they're released. You can also find Sunrise Studios on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, or you can watch it on our Sunrise Association YouTube channel. See you soon!